Dive even deeper into competitive 40K and become a member of the world's most knowledgeable and positive community.
The War Room is an exclusive group that brings together the world's best 40K players as coaches to help anyone from a newer player to an experienced tournament veteran learn, grow, and reach their goals within our shared hobby.
Each week we offer a variety of live stream coaching matches centered around illuminating the thought process and in-game decision making of top players. We explain everything we're doing and why.
You'll learn about the ever-evolving meta, match play mission theory, list making, and discussion of every faction in the game, and have access to analysis of all the latest rules. Our team of highly experienced coaches teach weekly clinics on each individual faction, strategy sessions on deployment and cool tricks, and meta-analyses each week during Meta Monday.
We are committed to not only providing the best knowledge for players available, but also building a one-of-a-kind community.
Come be a part of the War Room.
Hello everyone, welcome to a very, very special Hangout and Hobby. We have something never before seen on the Art of War. Something, frankly, I didn't even believe existed. Nick is gonna paint models.
Long ago, ladies and gentlemen, I was the OG hanger and hobbyer. Now, I'm just old. So
Now you're just old. And so, we're here to witness the impossible.
The impossible.
The impossible, the exciting. Frankly, I've been looking forward to this all week.
I know you have.
Nick, on a Hangout and Hobby. It's been too long. On a weekday, no less. Perhaps
Genestealers?
Genestealer cult? We've seen Nick paint Harlequins before, at least. He was on stream, there was paint, and there was Harlequins.
For days.
Several. Too many. All for naught.
Not all for naught. We have a Harlequin.
We have a Harlequin army.
This is actually the real purpose, if you think about it.
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here for another Hangout and Hobby. And we are, in fact, doing a special one that's not just about making fun of Nick.
It's not?
It's not. I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a sideshow.
I assume that was the main purpose, so what
Okay. Well, the side effect here is that for the first time, we have a preview copy.
No.
A preview copy from Games Workshop.
No.
A preview copy from Games Workshop. You know what? Reddit's been telling me that I've had these for years, but first time, actually, we've got a preview copy.
No.
We got in our Eldritch Omens box earlier this week. We were super excited about it. I'm super excited about this. This is going to be the very foundation of a brand new Craft World army that we're going to be doing at the Art of War. It's about time, right?
It's about time.
It's about time.
It's about time.
Kind of needed one of those.
It's looking good out there. You know, I'm excited for it.
Oh, I'm extremely excited. So we're really hyped. I'm going to be unboxing this Eldritch Omens box. I took this shrink wrap off. I have not built anything. And, I mean, Nick could probably see me itching. Like, I had, like, the clippers, the glue ready, but I waited. I waited for the stream.
Waited for the Hangout
We're gonna,
and Hobby.
for the Hangout and Hobby stream. The
It's called
unboxing.
dedication.
Unboxing and Hobby.
Unboxing.
Hangout and unboxing?
Is the title of this video Hangout and Hobby? Because I feel like it could be about Eldritch.
It is about Eldritch Omens, which you would know if you looked at all of our content.
Hey, look at that! Proud of you, John. Just wanted to make sure we don't want to be misleading to our wonderful audience.
Absolutely
here.
not. But it's still Hangout and Hobby.
We're hanging out.
So let's get into it. How is everyone today? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Is anyone else getting an echo?
That'd be bad.
Sounds like a video in the background. Oh, delete echo on stream. Oh boy. Well, we would need a tech priest.
Do you want to summon a tech priest?
No, but I would like you to.
Okay, when I don't return because I am dead, I am sorry. There will be no hanging out and hobbying with my corpse.
Which Art of War person is jumping to Eldar? Which one isn't? Come on, Travis. Who are you kidding here?
I am an Eldar player. It's been known for
I've
years.
literally never seen Nick play
One
Eldar.
LVO with Eldar, believe it or not. Fun times.
Was he alright?
Jack, he will be hopping.
Jack will definitely be hopping. Which Art of War person is jumping to Eldar? Dun dun dun. I don't like echoes, folks. I'm sorry. We have a tab open. We do, but it's muted. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. All right, if this fixes the echo, let me know. Because we definitely did have a tab open. And I made sure it's muted, so let me know. Echo fixed.
Echo fixed?
Maybe. I'm trying to experiment as well.
I just summoned the tech priest.
Yeah, I know you did, but that's why I tried to fix it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Chat, let me know if the echo's fixed. Travis, I'm so sorry about Genestealer cult. If you want to take a look, resident tech priest, feel free. I've perhaps eliminated the echo, perhaps not. So this is why you keep a tech. Oh, fixed. fixed. It's gone. Tim Taylor, Travis Loads. They say it's good to go. Nick, why did you get Richard?
I did. We needed him. We needed his presence to change the technology.
Excellent. Echo gone. Sorry about that, folks. Thanks for letting us know.
Can someone like keep track of how many times that Siegs comes in, doesn't touch anything, and just starts working? Because this is not the first.
Maybe I'm the tech priest. I've been the tech priest this whole time.
Typically, it's you and me riding the struggle bus together.
I feel like I pick up on things sooner.
Okay, yes, you are better at the technology than me. What a bar to set.
You know what? I'm just trying to be in the top half of Art of War.
That's gold.
I got Mark beat.
You got Mark beat. I think I got Mark beat.
All right. What's up, Nurgle Matt? Welcome to the chat.
Nurgle Matt, the hero of all things stream.
An echo in the warp warning us against Eldar and Chaos. Indeed, we clearly need a warning not to meddle with these.
Why do you ruin brushes, John? Perfectly nice brushes ruined.
What?
You leave them in here for like days, and then this happens.
It's a basing brush.
It wasn't. It is now.
We have so many new brushes. Use our new Army Painter brushes.
Where are they?
There's some of them in the holder over there, and we have like a new unopened box, still sealed, full of brushes.
That we wouldn't need brushes if they weren't all ruined. Let's get the brushes. New Army Painter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also like how Nick accuses me of this when I only use Army Painter brushes.
I've watched this happen a million times. This is a pet peeve of mine. I'm bringing it up now because it's appropriate.
All right, John, talk about knights. The points hurt me bad. Tim Taylor, you know what? I still think knights are decent. I think that you want that castle in though. The unfocused heroes, never mind, it's good. All right, Burgosaurus Rex. Siegler needs to run a streaming coaching clinic. I don't know.
Does anyone see this?
Why did you leave those in there?
I'm being gaslit right now.
Those have been in there since you painted them.
I don't leave brushes like that. I really don't. I haven't for the past 18 years. Okay, Siegler coaching clinics.
It could make sense.
I mean, he does that. We do that in the Worm, actually, quite a bit of those.
No. A streaming coaching clinic. Like a coaching clinic on streaming.
It's true. That's true.
We need.
You know, in theory, all the settings are the same, right? We're not coming in here and messing with all those preset settings. So when we come in here, we press the on button, it should just work the same way it did last time. It never does.
It doesn't. Never.
Do you think there's a ghost?
No. I don't believe in ghosts.
Doesn't believe
Or
in ghosts.
vibes.
Or vibes. Knew that was coming.
Yep.
Shocker.
All right. I think the first thing. What should I start with? Interesting stuff. So we've got the good old fashioned Mauler Fiend, the Mauler Friend. We've already seen the stats in the Thousand Suns Codex, so I'm guessing that Chaos Space Marines, when it comes out, is probably going to be the same stats as the Thousand Suns one. Yeah. Nick, is the Forge Fiend or the Mauler Fiend better? Mauler Friend.
Mauler Friend is the friend. Forge Fiend shoots, and I don't like guns, so it's obviously Mauler Friend.
Okay, good to know. So maybe we'll build the Mauler Friend out of this.
We already have a Mauler Friend, so maybe we could use a Forge Friend.
Yeah. I'll probably magnetize him.
Magnetize.
We do have the new Autarch. This thing has a ton of options, by the way. This is actually... I may not build the Autarch yet. I may wait until we get a codex. But we do have like the data sheets and stuff in here. So we don't know the points. But Nick, would you be interested in learning what some of these do?
Mauler Friends or Autarchs?
Both. Autarchs.
Autarchs. Well, I was going to say, I know what an Mauler Friend does. Let's learn about Autarchs together, John.
All right.
Teach me about the Autarch.
So the Autarch, it's got quite a few options.
Lars Lauder, thanks so much for becoming an War member. We have an awesome community, and they're part of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lars. Thank you. All right. Let's talk about the Autarch, and Nick, I want you to tell me which Autarch I should build with this.
Okay.
Let's find some data sheets. Where are these data sheets?
I'm good at Autarchs.
Are there data sheets in here?
Autarch 1 LVO back in like forever ago.
All right. So Autarch's pretty good. It's like a normal like Eldar like captain-y stat line, like 5 wounds, 4 attacks, weapon skill 6 skill 2, blah blah blah. It's an Autarch. But he's got gun options.
Yeah, go.
He can get a Death Spinner, a Dragon Fusion Gun, a Fusion Pistol, or a Reaper Launcher. All right. So the Death Spinner, which is like the Warp Spider gun.
Yeah.
It's 12 inches, Assault D6, Strength 6, AP 2 damage 1, a little bit of a stats boost. It's Blast, and each time an attack is made with this weapon, that attack automatically hits. I have never seen an auto-hitting blast. This is like a Flamer Blast.
It's like a Flamer Blast. I'm pretty sure those exist. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know.
That's pretty good, though.
That's pretty good.
That's not bad. Gun. Only 12 inches, but it's not bad. The Dragon Fusion Gun is like a Melt-A-Gun.
D6
but it's
plus 4 damage.
D6 plus 4 damage at strength 9.
Whoa.
That's a pretty good Melt-A-Gun.
Gun.
Fusion Pistol is exactly what you think. It's like the Harlequin fusion pistol.
It's better.
Probably. Oh, it's D6 plus 2.
Just is.
Right, I forgot about that. You've had old rules.
There.
The Reaper launcher looks exactly the same as the Dark Reaper one, the current one. So it looks like that hasn't changed. So you can take any of those guns.
Good.
That's kind of cool. I'm actually.
You have some combat options. We can't skip.
I was just doing guns first, because you get a gun in a combat.
Or you
don't.
I don't know.
You do.
I didn't read all that.
I did.
Read the chat.
Okay,
excited.
You can take a gun.
I'm excited.
I know. I want to know what gun you think is best.
I don't know. It's very contingent upon my warlord trade options. Am I going to take a relic? Like,
All right, Nick's not fun.
If we're gonna do all this,
Nope, Nick's not fun. We're not reading
No.
those out, Nick, anymore.
no,
We don't have warlord traits in here. This is Eldritch Omens.
Like, how should I build it on my own? Give him a sword. Give him a big sword.
Okay, so you
Make
think
him really cool looking.
the Ghost Glaive. The Star Glaive. I'm sorry, it's a Star Glaive.
No,
So he gets a Banshee blade.
The Star Glaive is if you're riding a jet bike. Otherwise, no, a regular walking Autarch can
Strength
take.
times 2, AP 3, damage 2. I think you're thinking of the Star Lance.
Oh,
It's like a power fist that's not -1 to hit.
Is it a fist or a sword?
It's a Star Glaive.
Yeah, I don't know what that looks like.
That's a Star Glaive.
It's kind of small looking.
It's like a spear. It's like a polearm.
It's a cool looking spear.
I mean, Eldar are always small. You just kind of have to accept that.
I want a giant axe.
The Avatar of Khaine will have a giant axe.
He's got a sword spear thing.
And an axe.
He has an axe too.
He might have a giant axe.
Fugan has an axe.
True, but Fuigan isn't getting a new model.
But he has an axe.
But the Avatar is getting a new model.
He is getting a new
So
model.
he
He's
has
super
the
cool.
newest axe.
The newest axe.
Yeah.
Is it the newest axe?
I think so, yeah. I think it's the biggest, newest axe.
Okay, if that's the case, then I will use that.
Okay, we'll use the axe. I think Forge will be better with a boosted ballistic skill. Yeah, I definitely better in Thousand Suns. Unfortunately, the Mauler friend that we have in here looks like he is the old Mauler friend who is still ballistic skill 4 and his guns are bad.
How bad are his guns?
So instead of being like
Good.
Instead of being flat 3 damage at like strength 9, they're strength 7 and like D3 damage.
That isn't as
That's not as good. Ooh, Nick. This is a super chat from Bill Gross. Thank you so much, Bill. Could you please share your thoughts on the astrophysical concept known as the GZK paradox? I'm guessing that's paradox?
Probably. I very well could. So the astrophysical concept, well, first we have to break down what an astrophysical concept is, because that's you can't go into the specific one without knowing the bigger picture here. So astrophysical concepts are concepts regarding astrophysics. Now, of course, you can't use the definition of the word in the definition, or the word itself in the definition. That's what I'm trying to say. So astrophysical means things that are like not physical. They're in the astrosphere, the astronomy, the astrological
The
signs.
Astrodome?
Not the Astrodome. That's a whole different thing.
Oh.
Astrology, so we're really in the zodiacs. But it's physical, so we're like if the zodiacs could touch you. So physical zodiac signs. Now we have to get into the specific one. GZK paradox. So paradoxes are usually when like they contradict each other, or there's no winning, or one thing leads to another, which leads to another, which creates a loop of some sort. It's not a good scenario. So GZK kind of sounds like GK, which sounds like Grey Knights, but there's a Z in there. So we're combining Grey Knights with Dragon Ball Z. So Dragon Ball Z is a show in which John has never watched, but there's a lot of stuff going on there, like Kamehamehas. Now, Kamehamehas, Grey Knights kind of do psychic powers. This is a lot of key energy we're talking about. So Grey Knights now shoot Kamehameha waves, and that goes into the astrology sphere, and the very physical people in Dragon Ball Z. So that's my thoughts on it.
Okay. I mean, who am I to say you're wrong, right? I don't know.
It's not a matter of being wrong. These are my thoughts. This is what I think.
Oh, well, you might be right.
It's not a right or wrong. There's nothing to be right or wrong
What you
about.
think could be right?
John, do you like sauce on your cheeseburgers?
Source?
Do you like sauce on your cheeseburgers?
It's not a thinking thing. That's a preference.
Do you think about sauce on your cheeseburgers?
Nope.
Okay.
Are we just going to run 30 warp spiders or what? That spinner is gross. We're not going to run 30 warp spiders because we don't have 30 warp spiders. I actually did once have 30 warp spiders. I won them at a tournament and I sold them. And right now, just reading that, I'm like, maybe I could have kept those for later.
I have a lot of warp spiders.
You have a lot of warp spiders?
Well, not really. I at one point in my life had a lot of warp spiders.
Oh, okay. Well, if you still do, let me know because I think we need them.
I don't think we do.
Okay.
I don't think I do.
All right, we don't need them. Unnecessary.
I think we still need them. I just don't think I have them.
Oh, in that case, that doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
Doesn't help.
I'm
All right,
gonna
well,
paint these GSC bikes though. That does help.
That absolutely. I'm gonna hold off on the Autarch. He's gonna give it later. I like this Autarch, but we're gonna wait to find out. But Nick's stance seems to be to give him an axe, and failing that, the Starglaive.
Not failing that the Starglaive.
Well, we can't give him an axe.
Well, we're gonna give him an axe. Have you ever heard of conversions before?
Okay, so we're gonna convert a Starglaive into an axe.
We're gonna convert the Death Spinner into an axe because we just determined it's the best weapon.
Okay. All right. Dun dun dun. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna build Rangers. You know why I'm gonna build Rangers, Nick?
Because you like to have range?
It's because they only have one option, so I know I'm building the right one.
Oh, well, you can convert your Rangers too.
Remember when he made all those Genestealer Cult bikes and we'll never use them? Travis Loads were literally painting Genestealer Cult bikes on this stream because Nick is taking GSC bikes to a tournament.
Yeah, we haven't even covered this part of why I'm on the paint stream painting GSC, because I am YOLOing off to Arkansas for a 50-person GT next weekend. And I did so in a very spectacular fashion. You see, long ago, in a time that I like to forget about, I lost a bet to John. What a surprise. And in that bet, the consequences of me losing mean that John got to pick my tournament, my army for the next GT level event I attended. Now, I've mostly been going to super majors, or larger, or majors or larger, and that, luckily, has not given John the opportunity to make me miserable. So I wiggled and wheezed my way out of playing Tal, because I am good like that, and Sieg's his benevolent god. But I'm stuck with GSC, and I had not read the Codex, and list submission was due last Friday, so I read the Codex Friday, wrote a list, submitted it Friday, played my first game with it this Tuesday, which you can catch on YouTube. I played against Mr. Siegs' Admech. I think I did quite well. And I actually had lost playing the army, really liking GSC. So we're going to paint these bikes up.
Played one game.
And yeah, I had a blast playing GSC. I really
haven't
liked it.
lost yet.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I thought.
I literally lost the one game I played.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You were there.
I was just a little bit. Yeah.
Now I'm just confused. It's like you're trying to troll me.
No.
It's more gaslighting.
Perhaps I'm the confused one this time.
Nick is my new favorite. That's what I like to hear, Travis Loads. That is what I like to hear. Do you know why I'm your new favorite? Because I'm the best. It's that simple. Yeah, don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise, especially John. What's going on, Nergomat?
Dun dun dun. Tell me more about this GSC.
So, I'm playing GSC. I submitted my list. I have played one game with it. I don't really love my list. I think it's kind of not optimized. But what do you expect for the first time I read a codex and wrote a list for it? Now, usually I do that and I don't submit it to a tournament. But, you know, it's like YOLO White Scars. You just gotta.
You got a YOLO GSC?
Got a YOLO GSC. It's not like it's one of the most complicated armies in the game. It's not. It is, but it's not.
Maybe.
Definitely up there.
Definitely up there.
But if I can play Harlequins with their 7th edition rules and in today's 9th edition day and age, then we're fine. Then we're fine. You know, I can win games with those, I can win games with these, right? And I have to win all my games. That's the goal I'm setting for myself. Because we're not going to Arkansas to lose. We're going to Arkansas to have fun. And we're also going to win.
I like it. I want both of these things. Victory at Arkansas.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm excited for this. You know what? Nick has been away for a while. He's been away from the Genestealer Cult, and it's good to see him come home.
I miss these little dudes. I like Genestealer Cult. I had a whole tirade on Genestealer Cult where I went to a lot of tournaments with them and did pretty well. That was back in 2019, and that was quite some time ago. So it's time that I returned.
It was quite a while ago. How did that happen?
There was a pandemic or something.
Yeah, it might be it. Might be. No promises.
We don't know. No one really knows. Except maybe Bella. She knows a lot.
But Bella wasn't alive for that.
How do you know, John? How do you know?
How old is she?
Well, the experts tell me she's about 10 months old.
Okay. Yeah. I trust the experts.
This is the difference between you and me.
Yep.
I am the experts. That's what matters. Who on this planet knows little Bella Beans more than me? Nobody. Nobody.
So you're saying that I trust you, and that's the difference between you and me?
I'm saying that if you're going to trust an expert, why are you not trusting me?
I am.
Okay, well, I'm saying she was...
Yeah, and you said she was 10 months, so I trust you.
I'm saying that the other experts say she's 10 months. I think she's eternal.
I didn't think there were other experts.
Like an eternal warrior. They're unqualified. They're all unqualified.
Doesn't sound like an expert.
I know, right? So, who can you really trust these days? That's what I'm getting at. When in doubt, trust the brown magic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to trust these Rangers.
Why are you trusting the Rangers? You just met them. You literally just met them.
They made a good impression.
It's all about those first impressions.
Mm-hmm.
So how's the Autarch's first impression?
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I didn't finish reading the data sheet. It hurt too much. But
You got distracted.
yeah, that's it.
The Rangers.
The Rangers can be quite distracting, you see.
Why?
Quite distracting. I don't know. They've got a lot going on.
What do they have?
Well, they've got arms and legs and sniper rifles.
Oh, that's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard issue.
I don't have sniper rifles, so I look at Rangers and I'm like, you know what? This is what I need in my life.
John, you're a Space Marine player. Of course you have sniper rifles. You got sniper scouts even. You could run 60.
I
you
actually,
could run 180.
You just can't.
You could at one point in time. And you can in certain formats.
Okay. I don't know if I believe you.
This isn't a matter of belief. I mean, if you don't believe that you can do something, you gotta change your attitude. Change your attitude, change your life, John. As they used to say. They.
Yeah, as they. Ooh, some cool bits in here too.
Bits and bobs or just bits?
I would say there are bobs. I would concede that there are some bobs as well as bits in here.
Nick won Best GSC of the Year, YOLO'd White Scars. Absolutely, Braden. Don't you forget that fact.
So the YOLO's coming back?
YOLO's coming back. We're YOLOing back to the Best GSC. I forgot I did that.
There are some cool options.
All hail our new Lord and Savior, the four-armed non-body. That's right. And actually, later on today, I'll be playing the same pre-submitted GSC list against John, your Sisters of Battle, your new Bloody Rose.
I am excited about that. I've been having some fun playing Sisters. I played them last week against the Tau Menace, but
You won that game, too.
I did. I did
beat
win
the
that
Tau.
game.
You beat Siegs in the Tau.
Siegler has lost one game with Tau. It's Bloody Rose Sisters.
Siegs.
And I'm not going to get that rematch because you know what? The Sisters are going out on top of that matchup.
That's right. That's right. They won and they earned it.
Yep, they won, they earned it, and they're like sayonara.
Retirement joining me.
They are joining you in retirement. Wonder what this piece goes to.
Jack has a Sisters Army too, right?
I'm not actually sure.
Do you think he's sure?
Define an army. Like he probably has a couple boxes.
Well,
But he might have sent them to Warpfire.
Well, he was a Sisters player.
Yeah, he definitely was a Sisters player, 100%.
So why would he not have a Sisters Army if he's a Sisters player?
Well, the question is, was it his sister's army? Was it yours? Was it mine?
Does anyone even know?
I'm pretty sure that Jack playing my armies was a top 10 in the ITC player. Just my armies played by Jack.
Yeah, but that's he's got the snacks.
Yeah. Jack has many armies. Or does he have no armies?
He's got a lot of one-off boxes from just about.
Definitely does, but he also warpfires them to get more boxes.
Gotta use that Warpfire. Warpfire is great. Warpfire is great. Lets you feed your plastic crack addiction with other plastic crack.
Yeah.
But not crack.
So we've got some commentary from Matt O. Nick is going to be the biggest fan of GSC until Eldar comes out.
See, this is a real problem. I genuinely agree, Matt. Like, I am really enjoying the GSC Codex, and there's got a lot of depth to it. So I want to sit here, and I want to put the time in like I did last time in 2019. And I want to learn it, I want to master it, and I want to be the GSC jabroni. But how can I be the GSC jabroni when really cool stuff like Eldar is about to happen? It's about to occur. And, like, we've already determined who's going to be the Eldar player for Art of War. Well, Jack, of course, but he's the everything player for Art of War. But only for a period about a month. So, come May, no one's going to be the Eldar player? No. I'll be the Eldar player. I gotta take that burden upon my shoulders and play the broken army. So,
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, John. It can't always be you and Siegs getting the broken stuff. We all have to bear that burden, bear that cross, you know?
I think it's actually just Siegler.
Interesting perspective change there.
Mm-hmm. Hey, at least I didn't buy Admech.
That's true. Just Custodes. Mm-hmm.
Didn't buy Custodes.
You didn't buy Custodes?
Had Custodes.
They just appear. Oh, so you're just born out of the womb with Custodes.
Exactly. I mean, you remember my Custodes army. You've played against it before.
I have. There was triple Orions. That definitely was a different army.
That was a different army. Everybody's going to be doing Craft World Eldar. I definitely agree with that. Yoni's asking, do the Ranger bikes include the options to build Shining Spears? Yoni, they do not. The Ranger bikes appear to be a one-off kit. You can only build Ranger bikes with the things in this box. But they've shown pictures of Shining Spears, so I am guessing that they are going to be a different kit. I also think they're a different size. These Ranger bikes are about the same size as the Harlequin bikes, because they've got those nice bigger bikes that have 2 pilots on them instead of 1 person. Rangers ranging around, infiltrating. I do like units that infiltrate.
Do they infiltrate? Is that on their data sheet? We have their data sheet.
We have their data sheet. It has a rule called concealed positions.
And what does that mean?
We have no idea.
We have no idea what it means.
Not even a little bit.
But it is a rule.
There is a rule. Let me see the name of it. Advanced positions.
So it's not concealed. It's advanced.
It's advanced positions.
So it's likely that has something to do with advancing.
It's possible.
To positions.
I would guess that their positions are advanced.
So you think that they've already advanced to these positions?
I think they've already advanced to these positions.
And that could be because of the D at the end of advanced?
Yes. Past tense.
Past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can buy it. I can buy it if you're selling it.
Garrett Wilhelm has some hot and spicy rumors in the chat.
Rumors?
Warp spiders have a leaked Exarch power to teleport after firing. That sounds like it is better than not doing that.
Deep, John. The hottest of takes, even.
No, that's pretty cool. The rumors were hot. Takes were cold.
Takes were cold. Okay.
Yeah.
That's because we have a series on YouTube for hot takes, and this ain't that. This is unboxing Eldritch Omens and painting Genestealer Cult with yours truly.
Mm-hmm. And hot stuff with Cannon. What's up, Cannon? Welcome
What's
to the
up,
chat.
Cannon? Sup. All right. Nick is one. Oh, we already read that.
Mm-hmm.
I already read.
Sorry,
these
Yoni.
comments.
Hopefully we'll be getting our hands on some Shining Spears soon.
We actually have those.
We have the old ones, but there's new Shining Spears.
We gotta have the new ones.
That's the thing. As soon as there are old ones, you look at that and you're like, what if I had the new ones instead?
That's true.
What if I had
It
the
didn't
new
used to
ones?
be like that. It used to be like, models are cool. But
But
no.
they keep changing the size.
Well, I think they keep changing the aesthetic. I think the new models look awesome.
The new models
I
do
just
look
want
really
to
good.
upgrade.
Mhm.
Gameplay differences aside, I would just choose to upgrade my models because they look really cool.
So you're saying that we should move our old avatar to get a new one?
Well, he moves on his own, so you
that's
can't
fair,
really
that's fair.
pin him down,
Yeah. The avatar has been battle focusing for a very long time.
like longer than you would think.
At any phase, really.
And
It's not.
if
not
you
limited.
ask him, he hasn't.
No.
So it's very hard to catch him in the act.
Is that Cannon Biggs? I've never seen Cannon Smalls in our chat.
Cannon Smalls is here all the time.
Cannon Biggs sounds like an orc war boss.
I don't know.
Cannon Biggs? Who do you think that is?
Mark?
No. In 40k. I think it's like a freebooter captain.
Cannon Biggs. Okay, I could see freebooter type of creature.
Yeah.
I definitely could. I'm trying to think if there's anything other stuff he could be. We can't jump to conclusions though.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Matt O sliding in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Matt O. We appreciate your support.
Absolutely.
While working on other armies, how should I prepare my sisters to weather the possible Eldar/Tau indirect storm? Rhinos, reserves. Matt O, I've heard some rumors myself, and I've seen the effects of Tau indirect fire. And if indirect fire, a whole lot of damage, 1, strength like 4, 5, 6, starts flying into the meta with AP 1 and 2, I might look at the Order of the Valorous Heart.
Ignoring
I
AP
might do
1
it.
and 2?
That's not what they do, but it's
what
better.
do they do
They
these days?
treat AP 2 as AP 1,
That's
which
what it
is
was.
still twice as good.
Still twice as good.
Yeah, it's definitely not half as bad. So I I've scorned Valorous Heart before. I've perhaps mocked them. I've perhaps said that I don't want to play them. That's true. I have said those things. But if there is a time to change my mind, indirect fire is the thing to do it. So maybe, just maybe, it's time to bust out some of those new units. Some new Sacrosants, I think. Or like Sacrosants with Valorous Heart have started to pop up already. They've been popular. I don't actually know who started that. I've seen it pop up in a couple places. I've seen some people do relatively well with it.
Valorous Heart?
Valorous Heart. It wasn't me. It was not my idea.
It makes sense if you think about it. It's kind of durability has gone up in the game, right? We got Custodes coming in here being like, he can't kill us. And then the offense of Sisters has decreased because of points hikes and cherub nerfs and things like that. So if your offense is going down relative to the game, and the game's defense is going up relative to your army, then maybe you should try a different strategy than let's just try to kill everything, which is oftentimes the Sisters' plan of attack. So let's just kill it with fire, literally. So Valorous Heart does approach the game in a different strategy based on its strengths and weaknesses relative to Bloody Rose. Meaning they're all tough. We got turns AP2 into AP1. We're going to stand in cover. We're going to be tough. It's going to be awesome. And then we're going to play the mission. Because when you're tough, all you got left to do is play the mission. Score some points while you're tough, while you're still around. So I could see it. I could see a tough, Valorous Heart army that's designed to score points, played effectively, score a lot of points, and be played effectively.
All right. I have another question for you, Nick.
Oh,
this is another data sheet question.
I was trying to have a whole discussion about Valorous Heart, but it's okay. We can answer.
That's all right.
Data
We
sheets.
actually had one of those earlier this week in our Sisters Clinic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were ahead. The worm is ahead of the game.
We had a Sisters Clinic this week?
Might have been the end of last week.
Okay. Because there's one next week, too. No, it'd be back to back, and I didn't think there was one.
No, I think it was last week.
Okay.
It was like a week ago.
Well, there'll be more.
There's always more. All right, so Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
We've got two options here. This is like a unit warrior piece. I can either have a Gloomfield or a Wireweave net.
What do either of those do?
That's what we're going to find out.
Okay.
So let's start with the Gloomfield. Each time a range attack is made against the bearer's unit, if the attack is more than 18 inches away, the bearer's unit is treated as having the benefits of dense cover.
So -1 to hit for more than 18 inches away if you're not already in dense cover. Next.
All right. Wireweave net. Once per battle, when an enemy unit declares your unit as a target of charge, you can roll a dice on a 2+, you do the thing. So the thing is, the enemy unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. And they subtract 2 from their charge rolls.
Yeah, you're taking that one.
That's the one?
That's the one.
The Wireweave net?
Because what's going to happen if you have your Gloomfield is you're going to get charged and you're going to die. And your -1 to hit from being in a forest didn't help. And if they shoot you, that's not a thing. Because guns suck.
All right.
So you take the thing that slows them down, because movement's the best thing in the game, and mortal wounds. Bada bing, bada boom.
So here's a question for you, and I'm going to trust the brown magic luck, because in my heart,
Summoned.
I have no idea which one is right.
Okay.
Which one of these is a Gloomweave net? It's one of those two.
John, these are the same thing.
They're pretty close, yeah.
No, I think. Oh, they're not identical.
They've got the little, like, the fins are different.
Really, really are close to
They're
each
not
other.
labeled. So
See if we can share with the chat here.
oh well, yeah.
Oh, wait. So we're comparing
Let's hold it up behind. So we've got.
Wait, where's the camera? There it is.
There you go.
We're comparing this little thing right here, this circular thing with some prongs, to this circular thing with prongs up here.
It's a tough choice, right?
A lot of circles, a lot of prongs. They look really, really identical, but they are
do.
not.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
So what am I looking for? The shadow weave or the
So
Gloomfield?
one of them is a Gloomfield, and the other is a Wireweave net.
Wire weaves. Okay, so we're looking for wires.
Mhm.
There's no wires. We're looking for gloom.
Kind of both gloomy.
This one seems more gloomy to me, because if you think about it, this is the top-down orientation, right? So these prongs are pointed down. Down is a sad emotion. This one, of the top-down orientation, the prongs are pointed up. So I would say this one is more gloomy.
See, but this one is like thinner, like ropes, and that's like more like a net.
That's a stretch.
All right,
We're going with that one. Finally.
we're going this one.
That is the wire.
This is the Wireweave. All right. You know what? I said I was gonna trust Nick. I don't want to doubt myself.
You can't doubt yourself.
So we're gonna trust Nick.
Hey, and what did we say at the beginning of the stream earlier? That you should always trust the brown magic. Now he's doing it. He's backing up those words. And this is why, John, you got a promotion.
All right, I'll take it.
You are now the guy who does the stream PC during the paint stream.
Already was, because I'm the tech priest.
Well, wow. The tech priest just left the building.
The net would presumably have spiky stuff. Iliad, the net has longer prongs. The spiky one, everyone thinks it's the spiky one.
Let me see the spiky one. Where'd you put it?
That's the spiky one.
How do you mean that's the spiky one? They're both the same. Where is it?
It's right here.
Let me see. That's the spiky one. They're both spiky. I don't know. That feels
All right.
inaccurate.
All right. You know what? We're trusting.
Trust in the brown man.
We're trusting. We're gonna stick with it.
Don't let me down here. You wouldn't dream of it, right?
I wouldn't. But I have another question for you.
3.
How do you feel about helmets? Like Rangers, should they wear helmets because they're like sneaking around, or should they like just have like a top knot because it looks cool?
I like the Rangers with the hoods. I think the hoods, the top knots with the hoods.
Okay, we've got a hood right here, so I think we can sneak a hood in.
Yeah, sneak some hoods in. Because Rangers seem to me like hooded individuals. Like if I was a Ranger, I would wear a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be sneaky. You can be sneaky in a hoodie. You can't be sneaky in a bunch of armor.
All right.
And they have crap armor, so who cares? Walk around naked.
Whoa, they have a 5-up save and a Ranger cloak.
Well, we got a super chat from Brandon Carver.
Brandon Carver?
Appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. We do appreciate you, Brandon.
Appreciate you, Brandon.
Hey guys, played new Custodes for the first time and wrecked face. Well done. How do we feel about Spear Guard versus Sags?
Sagittarium.
Shock attack on Big Neck. Spear Guard seem great in Shadow Keepers. John, what are your thoughts?
So I prefer Sagittarium, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. There is no wrong choice. Spear Guard and Shield Guard and Sagittarium, all really solid. You know what Custodes like? OBSEC. You know what's good? Everything in Custodes. So all 3 of the troop options that you can take with Custodes, being the Custodes Guard with shields, and Sagittarium. I think you're right either way. If you're going for Shadow Keepers, I actually like the Shield Guard the best because they're kind of the tankiest troop option, and Shadow Keepers get nice defensive buffs as well, and you can just become too tank to handle.
Too tank to handle.
And
this is why Valor's Heart Sisters might actually be the truth, because if you're too tank to handle, then don't try to handle it.
Then it's too hot to handle at that point.
Are you too hot or too tank?
Yeah.
Hot tanks?
Hot tanks.
Hot takes.
Hot tanks.
Hot tanks.
It's a new series we're gonna do.
What's the hottest tank in the game, you think?
Castigator.
The Castigator.
Yep.
Why do you say that?
The Castigator has the best battle cannon in the game.
Okay.
Because it's the only battle cannon that is flat 3 damage.
All right.
It's also strength 9.
My hot tank is the Ball Predator because it literally shoots fire at you. It's
Ooh,
pretty hot.
Have you not seen the heavy flame responses on a Castigator?
You can put heavy flamers on a Ball Predator and then they both have sponsons, but my main shtick is also fire.
So wouldn't the Immolator be the hottest tank in the game?
Well, it's definitely in the conversation, saying the Hellhound, but you know, I think it's the Ball Predator. I think it's hotter.
Okay. All right.
It's certainly not the Castigator. Battle cannons aren't hot.
But it's like hot is like new. It's fresh out of the oven. Castigator is new. Ball Predator, old. Like 5th edition news.
Google the word hot right now. I want to see what comes up.
You know what? I bet we're going to get both.
I want to see what the first definition is. And then I'm curious if they actually acknowledge. No, whoa.
Should we like screen capture what
we
came up?
shouldn't just screen capture what came up, but John's just disobeying the commands out here. We have commands.
What happens when you make me the stream PC guy?
Demoted abuse of power.
All right, we're gonna Google hot.
The word hot. Images. Okay.
I'm gonna add definition.
Oh, now we're doing something.
Okay.
Having a high degree of heat or a high temperature is definition number 1. Definition number 2. Feeling or producing an uncomfortable cessation of heat. Definition number 3. Prepared by heating or serving without cooling. This is in reference to food or drink.
This is
Informal.
all definition number 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's different versions of definition number 1. Number 2. This is about food. Containing or consisting pungent spices or peppers will produce a burning sensation when tasted. Okay, not that one. Passionately enthusiastic, eager, or excited. So you're hot with intensity for passion. Yeah. So that's number 3. Number 4, involving much activity, debate, or intense feeling. The issue is very hot is the example. So that's number 4. Number 5, knowledgeable or skillful. Tony is very hot on local history is the example. Interesting. And definition number 6, the final one, difficult to deal with.
So Which do you think applies to our takes?
I think definition number 1, 2, and 3 are pretty much the same, and they're all about heat.
Temperature, spice, and enthusiasm.
Okay, 1 and 2 are the same.
Okay.
So
Well, spice and temperature are different.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all on my side now. So
Whoa.
yeah.
We have skillful takes. We have knowledgeable takes. Do you think involving activity or debate or intense feelings, do you think are hot takes?
We definitely...
Because I think the Castigator has a lot of intense feelings.
It doesn't. I have no feelings about the Castigator.
Oh,
They're not
just
intense
wait till your
whatsoever.
game tonight. You're going to have intense feelings about the Castigator then.
I would say we are having a debate about the Castigator. We have a debate about literally everything.
Difficult to deal with. You're so hot, Nick.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think this one's pretty up in the air.
Definition number 1, heat.
Mm-hmm.
Temperature. Castigator, it's pretty cold.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cold temperature-wise. Room temperature,
Oh,
obviously.
another super chat from Brandon.
Oh, Brandon, 2 for 2.
Brandon.
Appreciate you. Also, I dropped the bikes on the other captain, entirely based on my Shadowkeeper's choice, and didn't seem to need him. What role do they fill? What role do you take big bikes for?
So bikes are mobile counterattack. They're mobile board control, and they're anti-tank. And I really like them just because Custodes can be a little slow without bikes, and they can find themselves out of position. And I don't like it when people can like pre-measure my threat range and like say, ooh, look, your shield guard moves 6 inches. I'm gonna stand 18.1 inches away, and I'm gonna shoot you. And then my plan is to just like advance at them and then like pass turn again. I don't like that as much. Hello, Evan S. AJ Metal, how good will Eldar be? Well, we don't know, but they're definitely gonna be light because they're not dark. How good are Eldar gonna be? You know, there's been some speculation. The internet has already decided that Eldar are broken, but we have not seen that good old codex yet. Hopefully we will soon. And you know what? If in fact we do get well, as soon as we get that codex, we'll probably have some videos about it. We'll probably have a hot takes. We'll probably do some fresh reviews. And I would say that hot takes, I think they're going to be passionate.
Passionate takes.
Yeah, and I think Eldar are going to be hot. They're going to be difficult to deal with.
But in no case are they going to be hot temperature-wise.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to try not to leave them in the car. You know, models can melt in the nice Florida sun. So we're going to be very careful. Very careful with how we store our models.
In the shelves. Another super chat from Matt. Oh, what a champion. John, lost a bet and have to take Crusher to a local RTT.
Is this Nick's alt account?
Matt, okay. Why are you talking to John right here? I'm your bet losing buddy over here, all right? So he's got Swarmy, 2 Flyrants, double Harpy, double Trigons, double Trigon Primes, and Shooty Raveners and Warriors. Playing max aggro, or is he just doomed? Help, question mark.
Oh man, have to take Crusher. You are not doomed, Matto. You are not doomed. You know what? I think that you should look at you know, I like the Trigon Primes. Get some Hiveguard in there. Hiveguard and Trigon Primes, match made in heaven.
Is it?
Yeah. I think you get a 3rd Flying Hive Tyrant in there.
In all of the romance novels I've read about Tyranids, Trigon Primes and Hiveguard have never been the subject matter.
Who are they about?
The romance novels?
Yeah.
Mines?
This Warlord?
The Horvagon.
Yep. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you that it's the Trigon Prime and Hiveguard, and that's a match made in heaven.
John, I know you're typically the fluff guy, but since you've taken on your recent role as Stream PC Dude and Tech Priest, I think you've really left that avenue of your life slip.
I think you missed something.
What did I miss?
I'm the Tyranid guy.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I'm the one playing GSC all week, and I'm playing Crusher next week.
And yet, I'm Senior Patriarch. Top 10 Relic pistols when? John Chaves, you have a month and like let's think here. 19 days?
Don't give him a promise.
No, it's a promise.
I don't want a promise.
It is a promise. Oh, Matto is stuck with a list made for him. Oh no, you didn't get to write the list? Matto, you know what? Max aggro, go punch him. No luxury like Hiveguard or Maliceptors. Tough. Matto, I'm so sorry. Well, you know what? You go rock it. Enjoy the Crusher Stampede. At least they're fun to play.
They do. Mm-hmm. I would say Deep Strike with the Dragons.
But do you have Adrenalines?
You don't need Adrenalines.
+1 to charge?
You don't need it if you're rolling 9s.
From the expert at rolling nines himself.
YOLO nines.
It's
The YOLO nines are not to be underestimated.
I literally don't. You never fail them.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
just believe in yourself, believe in the heart of the cards, believe in the brown magic, and pass your charges out of reserve. And if they don't screen because they forgot, like me,
Easy.
easy. You know how many times I've forgotten to screen, John? Take
Yes.
a guess.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one. I screened against Siegs.
Oh, nice. Good job.
I kept his rods to a 4.
Nice.
That's pretty good, right?
Kept Jack's rods to a 0 once. That was pretty good. Won by 4 points. That's how you get them.
That's how you get him. Got him good.
Got him good. Ooh, Rangers with arms.
Oh, speak of the good old Jackie boy, I got to talk to him now that he's here.
Are you abandoning me?
Momentarily, hopefully.
That's
Hopefully only for about a minute.
a little disappointing.
But I will also take another moment and say hi to the Beans, Bella, the street puppy.
You do that.
Maybe she'll come and join us. Depends if she's napping.
I mean, she's always napping. Like
She's always or destroying.
Oh, that's true. She's got two speeds here.
2 speeds. And twice a day she eats.
Well, actually, like 6 times a day she eats. Twice a day she eats what she's supposed to.
That's fair. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, so many arms on these Rangers. I'm clipping them all out and then building them all. We're going in that order. YOLO 8s at least. Oh, you know what? If you've got the adrenal glands, you're good to go. Matto, choose violence. Yeah, look at all the mats in the chat. Always love seeing the mats hanging out. Where are we getting these helmets? Alright. Backpack pieces. What's going on over here? 42. Alright, 4 Rangers have been clipped out. 1 Ranger clipping to go. Exciting times, people. These are actually pretty cool looking models. I think we're going to turn all of these like aspect statues that we get. We're going to have to turn these into like our banner markers. I think they will work very well for that. One more Ranger. Oh, you know what? There's some cool poses in here. We got to give them that. GW has put some cool poses on these Rangers.
Mission accomplished. The
Mission
Bella
accomplished.
Beans is sleeping and the Jack has been spoken to. Like, how
Excellent.
do you even... Such productivity out here in Art of War.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Can you believe that?
I can.
You can?
Yeah. It's because I believe in the experts.
You believe in the hot takes.
Hot tanks.
Hot tanks. I want the chat's opinion. We have been debating, as we always do, internally amongst ourselves, without consulting our wonderful community, you people. Telling me, in your opinion, after I'm done reading Brandon's super chat, what are the hot tanks in 40K? Brandon, thank you again for another $5 super chat. Matt Laura in a recent interview with Tactical Tortoise, said Art of War was surprised when he made the final. So what do you think of his LVO list?
It's true. I got to admit it. But you know what? Credit was earned there and is deserved. I was betting on my boy Alex McDougall to make the finals, but Matt Laura played a great game. Snuck it out on him with his Shadow Keepers. What I think of his LVO list, I think Shadow Keepers is better than people were crediting it. You know, Matto was the one to show that, so full props there. But there's a little bit of hidden genius in there, and I'll admit, I actually kind of want to try out Shadow Keepers the next time I play Custodes. I don't know if that'll be anytime soon. Jack is our resident Custodes player, and
He's about to be our other player.
He's about to be our Tau player.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so...
You might have to do this, John.
I might. Well, the next time I do play Custodes, I think I'll play Shadow Keepers, just to give it a try.
Yeah.
I also, though, I think I'm going to put a Calexis in there.
A Calexis.
Do Goliath Rock Grinders count as tanks or just trucks? You know, I think they're both. I think they're tanks and trucks. They're also vehicles.
Truck drinks?
God bless all the LR players trying to find Chaos players to unload the other half of this box on. Oh, man. Tim Taylor's asked me what my current night list consists of. Tim Taylor, my current night list is illegal because it was written 7 points changes ago, and I have not changed it since.
Wow, and you call yourself a night player.
I consider myself a player.
Do you?
Yep.
You think you played this game?
I do.
Wow.
Indeed, I do.
Wow.
Matt Laura is the tactical tortoise. I think he was simply with tactical tortoise, but he's definitely tactical.
He's definitely.
He's a little quicker though. I wouldn't describe him as a tortoise-esque.
You don't think he's a tortoise?
I don't think so.
Fundamental disagreements on a lot of things, John, but on this I thought we were in alignment.
We are not. I do not agree with you so easily.
One day.
Not today.
One day.
Not today. But one day.
Adaptive subroutines in the chat. What's going on?
Hey, welcome. Does the Knight Valiant with a big Relic Flamer count? You know, I don't think a Knight is a tank. Samuel Martin with the Macador and Furnace is putting out a pretty convincing argument. It's got like 3d6 Flamer shot.
Who?
The Macador and Furnace. That might be the hottest tank in 40k.
What's it got?
It has like a Macador and Furnace like flame cannon or something.
A Macno and Furnace flame cannon or something.
Macador.
See, I want to give it to you because it sounds impressive.
I'm going to give it to him.
John's quick to jump the gun here.
Yep, it's already been given.
But I'm going to continue speaking at my tactical tortoise pace and not jump any guns while we debate this further. I will put that into the ring. But you know, why do we have to call it so prematurely? The day is young. The night hasn't even started yet. It's only 1:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, currently at this exact moment.
Yep. Well, everything you said is right.
I know that was hard for you. Appreciate it.
It's alright. It's hard for me is clipping out all these Ranger bits.
That's true. Clipping is probably my least favorite part of the hobby. The entire hobby, I would say clipping sprues and assembling models in mass, like entire, let's build 100 orcs right now. That is like what breaks me. Yeah. Literally breaks me.
Matt O thinks the Immolator with heavy flamers is the hottest tank in the game.
So what's your reasoning behind that, Matt O? Because I know John also said the Immolator, but I think the Bell Predator is simply hotter.
The Immolator can auto explode with fire.
But is that so? Let me break this down for you. Something that is not yet in the explosion state isn't that hot because it hasn't exploded. Like, you can just pick up a bomb, for example, but then once it goes off, you can't pick it up anymore because it's so hot. It's explosions. So an Immolator as itself is just a cold metal shell.
Much like a Ball Predator.
Different. I will get to why it's different. But a cold metal shell, pre-explosion, not that hot. During explosion, very hot, but no longer a tank. So how can we...
So what if the Immolator is always on fire? Because it has 4 fires on it at any given time.
That's true. It does have... Well, not any given time. If it's raining, those probably go out.
No, it's oil.
How do you know? Once again, back to the age-old question. So...
What question?
How do you know? Like, you say things with such facts about them. The Immolator foil flames are oil-based. And it's like, how the hell would you know that? It's an Immolator in the 41st millennium. You're John Lennon in 2022, and you're talking to me about oil in the 41st millennium. You have no concept of this. Promethium. So now it's not oil. It's promethium.
Promethium is oil.
Once again, age-old question. Age-old.
Matt O is asking... No, he's just saying that the Immolator has torches over all of its exhaust ports. That's a good point, but Brandon Carver has swung in with a super chat.
What is Brandon Carver saying? Thanks so much again, Brandon.
Brandon Carver is above our paltry debate over the hottest tanks. Instead, Brandon Carver is asking, why did LVO FAQ the Praetorian Plate wrong? How do you feel it should work? And they want to play Mr. Worldwide more. Well, Brandon, I have the most unfortunate news for you, and that is I don't think LVO FAQ'd the Praetorian Plate wrong. I don't think they did. I feel it should work exactly the way that LVO FAQ'd it.
I'm not privy to such nuances in the rules. What is the Praetorian Plate ruling?
So the Praetorian Plate is a relic. And in the Heroic Intervention step of your opponent's charge phase, you can pick up your Praetorian Plate model, and you can place it within 3 inches of any of your friendly non-vehicle units within an inch of an enemy model. That's it. Just pick it up, teleport it within combat range during the Heroic Intervention step. So... the question is, does it count as a heroic intervention, and can they attack it?
And the answer is yes.
They said yes. They said yes, it counts as a heroic intervention, and yes, you can swing back. And I'm in favor of that because I don't mind units that are tough, but I think not being able to make attacks, I don't think that's what Games Workshop intended. But I don't know. Maybe they will FAQ it. Hopefully, actually, I would hope that when they make a Custodes FAQ, I would love for this to be one of the questions that's answered.
It's a very interesting take. Now, obviously, in my opinion, that's just against rules written, which is okay if you're trying.
Oh, it totally is.
Trying to rule by rules' intent, and I agree that Games Workshop probably doesn't want to create scenarios of untargetable models. That's not very interactive, not very fun, and probably leads to less sales overall. So, not in their best interest. But John, you typically are in favor of being a rules written type of guy. So, what's made you change your mind?
I wouldn't say that I am.
No. Interesting. It's interesting how the external versus the internal view of oneself can differ.
Indeed.
Interesting. So where are we at with this hot debate?
I don't know.
Shadow Sword's Volcano Cannon? This is nothing.
Maddo says that if Warpfire counts, then some Zinch tanks are just a big ball of fire.
Warpfire could count. I wasn't considering that.
Yeah, I mean...
Flamers.
I think most Chaos tanks are a big ball of fire right at the end of the guard shooting phase.
I don't know what kind of response you want from me, but you're not going to get it.
All right.
Yeah. Because I don't tolerate such insubordination.
Because I just got what I wanted. You know what I wanted? You know what I wanted, Nick?
What'd you want, John?
You to watch Return of the King.
That has nothing to do with this, nor has it happened. Well, it has happened, and I shouldn't have to watch it again, but it has nothing to do with this.
But this is a Hangout hobby.
Right.
So I'm wondering if all of our loyal Hangout hobby fans perhaps are curious about what happened with Nick's last hobby session.
Where I
Painted Harlequins.
painted Harlequins.
Yeah. Is this like the thrilling conclusion?
If you stop the story there, it is.
All right. We're leaving the audience in suspense.
There's nothing to suspend.
But, like, the people want to know.
Do they? Has anyone actually asked a question about that?
All right, chat.
Are you
chat.
speaking for the audience here?
I am. Chat,
Wow.
let me know what you think about Nick's Harlequins and if you want to hear the end of the story.
But if you don't want to hear the end of the story, feel no sense of peer pressure to act in such a way.
Absolutely. Talk about hot tanks. We can talk about Genestealer cult, these bikes that Nick is painting. We can talk about Eldar Rangers.
We can talk about the awesome GSC clinic coming up in the War Room shortly thereafter next week.
Oh, doing a Genestealer cult clinic?
I am
Nick
doing...
Nanavati stepping in for the Genestealer cult?
If I'm going to be the Genestealer cult guy, I should run a Genestealer cult clinic. And obviously, I'm the Genestealer cult guy because I'm the world's best GSC player 3 years ago. Well, not even playing them in some events. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Metalbeard, let's hear it. All right, we've got one vote in favor, but let's wait and see.
Metalbeard
is whichever Wave Serpent has the fire dragons. Ooh, Travis Loads wants the end of the story.
What's the end of the story, he says.
I want to hear it, please. Oh man, we are...
He's just got a cold star and Terrax drills and melee against me yesterday.
Oh, Rising Crescendo wants to hear the end of the story. Unless the other option is talking about Relic pistols. Nick,
So,
how many Relic pistols do you think you can name?
Let me tell you this: let me tell you this: the Relic pistols in Genestealer Cult aren't Relic pistols; they're Relic ammo because this game has ammo relics now. And you know what that means? It means I got all the rules wrong when I played this Relic pistol, and it's worse than I thought. And unfortunately, it's in my list.
It's actually really good.
Why do you think it's really good?
I love the Worm Tooth rounds.
I liked it when I also got 6 other shots to go along with it.
But you just take your gun and you go half as many shots at strength 6, AP 3, damage 3. I think it's really good. Like I have it in my list.
Too.
The Worm Tooth rounds are flat 3. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, they are. Well, it's a heavy weapon, and I deep strike, and I'm not playing the cool cult, so I have to take that penalty, and then I'm gonna hit on 3s. And
well, it's optional. You can choose which ammo to shoot.
I rolled triple ones to hit.
Mm-hmm. But if you had the normal pistols, you could have rolled 6 ones to hit.
But I wouldn't have. I've never rolled 6 ones to hit before, but I rolled triple ones to hit. I did it yesterday.
No. Oh, every Space Marine chapter is Relic ammo, Garrett. All right. How good are the Shroud Runners? That's a good question. They seem pretty interesting, but we don't know the points. But their rules are kind of cool. They're like a ballistic skill 2, like sniper rifle, like a ranger bike. It's kind of interesting. Hot takes. Nick's thoughts on Frodo, Samet, and volcanic gases.
This is gonna make the essay that I don't have to write. Actually,
You do?
I do.
Yeah.
I thought I just watched the movie.
No, it's both. I gave you that as the counter bet, and you didn't take it.
Well, you didn't even get to read about it in my essay. But the long story short,
you're gonna spoil it?
Yeah, I'm gonna spoil it because I've spoiled it on paint streams and hangout and hobbies many times in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm gonna spoil it again. Do you know Frodo and Sam? They had a battle inside an erupting volcano. That's hot in there.
They had a battle.
Got some hot tanks in there. So they had a battle in a volcano while it was erupting. And then they walked out of the volcano just kind of casually. And then they were like, oh no, the volcano is going to erupt upon us and murder us all because it's a volcano. Let's call our Eagle speed dial to save the day, which they did. And the Eagle showed up right in the nick of time, also breathing in all kinds of volcanic gases and probably died, but no. So, volcanoes, volcanic gas, physics, Lord of the Rings. Does anything have to go with each other? You just gotta get lost in the sauce.
What makes you think there's physics in Lord of the Rings?
Nothing makes me think that there's physics in Lord of the Rings aside from the fact that they abide by many of the rules of physics, such as gravity throughout the movie. And like swords work in Lord of the Rings. Swords are very physical weapons that use the rules of physics to work. So I don't know why they can choose to follow physics sometimes and stop at other times, and that's never explained.
It's kind of like how Eldar follow rules sometimes, but then sometimes they don't.
But that is explained in their codex. There's no Lord of the Rings codex.
There is. There actually is.
Oh, yeah. They had to make a codex for the movie because that's how it works.
No, it's because Games Workshop makes the Lord of the Rings game. So they made a Lord of the Rings codex.
This is why I don't
like you. Jay Constantine says, hey guys, hope you're all well. And then in all caps, proboscis. Jay Constantine, I appreciate the kind words. I don't know what to make of the last part of that. Nick, do you know much about proboscis? What do you think the plural of a proboscis is? It proboscis?
Plague drones have a upgrade they can take. It might not be an upgrade anymore. It used to be an upgrade.
Yeah.
It was called Raw Proboscis.
That's nasty.
And that tells me that it has something to do with a word that Nurgle likes. So what does proboscis mean? Well, let's break it down as if it was a Latin word because I took Latin in high school for a couple of years. So pro is one of those prefixes. So like pro 40K player, professional.
Yep.
Biscus. That's just a word. So we are for the biscuses. Now the biscuits kind of sounds like biscuits. I like biscuits. So
do you think us
we
is
are
a suffix?
Pro biscuits in the house. The end. Mm-hmm. You think Siegs likes biscuits? Biscuits?
No, unless they're French.
If they were French, he likes them. That's true.
All right. Well, I think it's time. Do you want to finish the story?
I want you to finish the story.
You want
me to do it?
I want you to do it because Nick, you sometimes say that I do not tell the story accurately, and I don't wish to do you a disservice. And I want to hear your account first.
I wanted to rip you to pieces when you told it inaccurately.
Do you think I can't tell it accurately?
I think you tell stories with your context that you love to throw onto things often to make the story more humorous for yourself and less accurate to an entire perspective.
To an entire perspective. Okay.
Yes.
Jay Constantine, that is what proboscis means. Don't know why it came in all caps, but you know what? Proboscis are kind of cool. Unlike butterflies. Butterflies have a proboscis.
Why don't you like butterflies?
Really I do.
Oh.
I think they're cool.
Okay. I misunderstood you then. My apologies.
Okay.
My apologies.
Story time.
Okay. All right. So I still have my green drink. 1 second.
Nick is drinking the smoothie.
I was thirsty.
Yeah, it's reasonable. Been talking a lot.
It's a lot. So to pick up where we left off, I had a year to paint this Harlequin army. Give or take a year. I had to finish it by the end of 2021. So it was like mid-December, and John and Siegs were like giddy little school children, being like, Nick's not going to finish the Harlequin army. He hasn't even started yet. And I'm not even sweating. I'm like, man, I can knock this thing out in a week. Easy street. I've done an orc army in a week. 2,500 points of orcs. That's like 1,000 models. Built and painted and based. All I had to do was paint these Harlequins, base them a little bit. They're already built, already base coded. So this is easy. You know, Harlequins are more intricate than orcs, but I believe in myself. We can hit the grind. So, you know what we did? We hit the grind. December 26th rolled around, day after Christmas. I'm like, all right, guys, it is time. We busted out this paint stream. You can watch it on YouTube. I sat there for like 8 hours a day. I think one day was like 11. It was horrible. And we grinded this army. Unfortunately, we reached some hiccups because I did no pre-prep work for this Harlequin army until December 26th. I just kind of thought it was all there. So the bases weren't the right bases, and many of my Skyweavers were just in shambles. Now, I was of the opinion I didn't have to do the Skyweavers, but we never discussed that, and they're part of the army, so I was like, you know what? I'll just add in 12 Skyweavers. Just add them in, because why not? So, I'm just adding in 12 Skyweavers on top of the 50 Harlequin troops. So, those were in shambles, and I mean they've been like 4 different states, never once completed, half assembled, half broken, half missing. They were used to be McDonald's yellow and red scheme. I have no idea why. Then they were primed again. They've never been stripped. They're just a mess of Skyweavers. This is a project I really didn't want to tackle, but we were men of honor out here, so we tackled it. And during this process, we got through all of it. We put multiple highlights. I'll go get this on me right now. Multiple highlights. I had cut 0 corners on this thing. But we didn't have any heads for the bikes, and we didn't have the right bases. So I was like, you know what? I'm going above and beyond. There's free hands on stuff. There's like 7 levels of highlights. Don't.
I just didn't notice the freehand. That'd be...
Well, there are...
It's all right. John doesn't tell accurate stories.
Okay. The one lie here, but John caught it, so that's good. So
it's not even the one lie, but it's the one I decided.
No. That's everything else has been accurate. So we grinded, and then we couldn't complete the project by the end of the year because no heads, no bases. I was very candid about this. I was like, we're gonna order them, which we did during this week. They arrived like January 7th or something, and I'll do them. And then I put myself on the schedule for a stream game in like 2 weeks thereafter, and I was like, I'll be done by then. Unfortunately, real life does have this ugly thing it does, like getting in the way. And we had a lot of stuff going on those 2 weeks, if I recall. So, could I have stayed up late many nights and busted out those heads? Yeah, I could. But I didn't do that. Instead, I let the problems of real life overwhelm my sadness. And you know what? We didn't get the Harlequins done in time. So, we played the stream game. The Harlequins, they didn't have heads. It wasn't the best look. And John, being the graceful person he is, who's been upgraded, promoted to stream PC guy, tech priest even, he was like, you know what, Nick? Get him done by the end of the month, and it's okay. I was like, that's very generous, John. You didn't have to do that. Thank you. Genuinely, thank you. I knew what I'd done, but I didn't hide it. I owned it, and he was respectful. So he gave me till the end of January. Unfortunately for me, this was like on January 20th, and LVO was like January 22nd because I was leaving early. So I was like, well, the end of the month for me is like now. And then I had to pack and do stream games. And once again, real life kept me from doing the Harlequins. So now it is February 10th, and I was going to paint the Harlequins today, but unfortunately, I'm painting 2 GSC bikes. Why? Why am I painting 2 GSC bikes? Because we got to get these painted so I can go to my tournament in Arkansas next week where I'm playing the Genestealer cult. Mm-hmm. The consequences of all this is that I've spent days of my life painting a Harlequin army, and I have to watch Lord of the Rings and write an essay on it. Life sucks sometimes.
And somehow, on top of all of this, the Talonar's still in your room.
I have a lot of thoughts on that.
Yeah.
None of them are going to come out right now.
That's okay.
That's okay.
There really is. Elden Warden is asking, I hear you talking Eldar, but not Eldritch Omen Eldar. Hot takes, boys. New Autarch, Shroud Runners, new Ranger rules. I must have missed all that. All right. Let's do the debrief here. Nick, do you want to get back to the hot takes?
I want to do it.
You want to do it?
I want to do it.
All right.
I'm gonna.
You got this.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about Shroud Runners.
Brand new unit. We don't know how many points there.
But we do know they're 4 power level for 3. So generally speaking, this is kind of an outdated model. But back in the day, it used to be roughly 20 points equals 1 power level. I would guess that this unit costs between like 80 to 100 so points for 3. I would guess. And let's go through their stats. So they move 16. This is a bike. We're talking about a bike unit here. It seems to be the Rangers on bikes. So they move 16. They hit on 2s in shooting. Blood skill 2+. But their weapon is heavy, so maybe back to 3s.
With their bikes.
They hit on 2s. So their toughness 4. They have 3 wounds. Only 2 attacks and strain 3. They have no combat weapons, so this is a mediocre combat unit at best. The 3 one's toughness 4. That is a tough bike. 4 up armor, shaky. They have a ranger long rifle, same gun a ranger has. It's heavy 36, heavy 1, 36-inch range, heavy 36. Strength 4, AP 1 damage. They can shoot characters. 6 is arm mortals on the wound roll. You know, same normal sniper weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You can upgrade one of them. It seems to have, oh maybe not. Oh, they all have a ranger long rifle and a scatter laser. So under the gun is a scatter laser, and they have a gun, a ranger gun. So scatter laser these days is 6 shots, strength 6, AP nothing, 1 damage. Just 6 shots, 6 shots, 6 shots.
21 shots from the unit.
It's a lot of strength 6 does nothing, but a lot of just volume of strength 6. They auto advance 6. They're quite fast, but that's very Eldar. They have a rule called Shroud Runner Cloak. The bearer can gain the benefits of light cover as if it was an infantry model, so they can just stand in cover and get it. That's pretty cool for bike. It gets into a 3 pretty easily. 3 up armor. Mm-hmm. Each time a range attack is allocated to the bearer while it is receiving the benefits of cover, add 1 to any additional saving throws made against attack. So basically stand in cover, get 2 up armor on your ranger bikes. That is really cool. At the start of the first battle round, models in this unit can make a normal move. They cannot end this move with a 9 to 7 model. So they're swift scouts. They're swift little scouts. That's the rule. Mm-hmm. So as a scouting unit that shoots a little bit, pretty decent, kind of tough. They have additional rules that we do not know. Battle focus. I think we know that one.
We do. That was published on the Warhammer community website.
Excellent. So that's going to be the ability to move, shoot, and move when you're done. I wonder if it's still just D6 inches for bikes. But yeah, we'll see. And then Strands of Fate. It says C Codex Aeldari.
But they've already published that one on the GW website too.
Well, what's that one do?
That is their totally better than Miracle. Whoa! There's so many data sheets.
We were into chaos.
No. But they turn the page the other way, and you can read the new Autarch.
I'm trying to paint.
Whoa! You have accepted this responsibility.
Okay, so it doesn't tell you what it does. But then we have the Warpsmith. He looks pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Chosen.
You're not going to read the Autarch.
We've already read the Autarch.
No.
We started with the Autarch.
You read his guns.
What
about his other war gear?
There's so many words on this page.
There are, but I believe in you. Okay. I have faith.
So he's got a Howling Banshee mask. And that is, if an enemy unit is selected as a target of a charge made by the bearer's unit, that unit cannot fire Overwatch or set to defend, so that's the same. While an enemy unit is within engaged range, subtract 1 to the attack characteristics of models in that unit. And the enemy unit is not eligible to fight until all other enemy units have fought. This is so much better. It makes you fight last, takes an attack away, and no Overwatch. It's a Howling Banshee mask. Wonder what they're going to give to Howling Banshees. Manda Blasters is another upgrade you can take. This is the Striking Scorpion thing. Each time the bearer makes a melee attack that targets a non-vehicle unit, an unmodified wound roll 6 inflicts a mortal wound in addition to any other damage. That's neat. It's good. Good for scorpions. Swooping Hawkwings. I wonder who that belongs to. The bearer has a 14-inch move characteristic, gains the jump pack and fly keywords, along with the winged descent ability, almost certainly synonymous with Deep Strike, but perhaps a little bit better, because Eldar. And then finally, the Warp Spider Jump Generator. Can you guess which aspect that's from?
I cannot.
You cannot, because he's got no context clues, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you, the Warp Spider Jump Generator comes from the Aspect Warrior Warp Spiders. So, the bear has a move characteristic of 12 and gains the jump pack keyword and the Warp Strike ability. Maybe that's Deep Strike. Each time this unit makes a normal move, battle focus move, advances, falls back, or makes a charge move, until that move is finished, models in this unit can move through models and terrain features. They cannot finish a move on top of another model in space. When the bear's unit makes a battle pack focus move, it can move 2d6 inches instead of the normal d6. And when determining this distance, if 2 or more dice results of 1 are made, the bear's unit suffers mortal wounds. So that's pretty cool. It's a lot of words, but basically they move through stuff, kind of like teleporting, and they do mortals. This guy pretty cool. Pretty cool Autarch.
There's more?
There's not really any more.
Superlative strategist.
Superlative strat. There is more. So the Autarch has your standard, what you'd expect him to have, battle focus and Strands of Fate. He's also got the Path of Command Aura ability, which is a Captain Aura. It's just 6 inches. Units within 6 reroll ones to hit. He's got a Force Shield, granting him a 4+ invulnerable save. That's the same. And Superlative Strategist, that new rule that John has pointed out that my reading comprehension had missed. While any unit from your army with this ability is on the battlefield or embarked upon a transport, you can use the command reroll stratagem twice during each phase instead of only once. Interesting. This is the first army that can use the command reroll more than once in a turn. That's a cool mechanic. Now, the command reroll is one of those things that the better you get at 40k, the kind of less you use it, but you use it when you need to. Like when you need to hit this charge and you fail this charge. Looks like we're going to command play reroll. So I don't think you'll see many plans based around that, but it's a good rule to have. It's very tactically flexible for when you need it, you know? So I'm a big fan of such a rule. What do you think of it, John?
I think it's quite potent. I think it gives some really interesting options. I agree. This is probably something that I think it's a little bit of a trap to the less experienced. So maybe new Eldar players. I could see them like spending 2 CP a turn on rerolls, and that's cool. But I don't actually think you want to do that. What I think you want to do is just kind of remember that you have this rule and save it for special occasions.
Yeah.
Where like you've got like late turns, you've got things that need to survive, you get 2 rerolls on a save. Or like, again, I think late game, I think is where this ability is pretty powerful. When you've saved up your CP, now's the best time to use it. But you don't want to spend it too much too fast.
I also, I don't know what the Eldar strats are, of course.
It's true.
We'll get that Eldar Codex soon, and then we'll do some review for you. But until we get it, we're all speculation here. But Eldar generally have very good strats. Their current codex has good strats. And if that's the case, you have to choose between lots of rerolls or just known quantity value. One of the problems with the reroll strat is that it doesn't give you that known quantity. You know, like I hope I hit the reroll, right? Like how many times have you rerolled a 1 into a 1 just been down a command point?
Oh, don't remind me.
Right, like that's
all the time.
All the time. It feels terrible. So you don't want to over rely on the rerolls because you don't know that you're going to get return on investment from it. You want to do guaranteed things, but sometimes rocking a hard place. Let's start re-rolling, everybody.
It's tough when it happens, but you got to do what you got to do.
Re-trolling. Because we're free rolling.
So yeah, so Autarch kind of cool, right? We don't know how many points he is. We don't know how many points those weird word gear options are, but I tell you what.
How many power levels? That's sort of an indicator.
I think he's like 4 or 5. I bet he's 5.
A reasonable guess. He's 4. So 4 tells me he's probably in the sub 100 point category. Yeah. 5 is really when you start seeing the 100 point characters. So sub 100 points. Captain Aura, bunch of rules. Could probably make him pretty decent.
I think that fight last, the Banshee Mask, is a lot of value. I think you're going to see the Autarch take that Banshee Mask fairly often. Because like when it's not even a relic or a command point, it's just you can get a fight last involved. Seems kind of spicy.
It ignores Overwatch and fight last too.
That's true. And the -1 attack aura as well. Like there's a lot of value here, I think.
Definitely. Now you might just take Banshees to get your fight last, and maybe there's some strats or psychic powers that also grant fight last. Who knows? So fight last might not be a tool you really value too highly in Eldar because there's so much of it. But generally speaking, fight last is an amazing rule. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, there's another side to that as well. What if, say, a more cultured Eldar player was like, in my heart, I know that Shining Scorpions are the best aspect.
Shining Scorpions.
Yep, Shining Scorpions. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to paint some nice, shiny, green Scorpions.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to take Howling Banshees, but they wanted fight last. Then I think you take an Exarch or an Autarch with a Banshee Mask and a Striking Scorpion Sword.
Yeah, we don't know the rules, so we'll have to wait and see. But I think only the uncultured Eldar wannabes think Striking Scorpions are the best.
I think Shining Scorpions are the best.
Shining Scorpions are cool, but they unfortunately don't really have rules or exist in the
Well, that just makes them better. Because your opponent can't ask you the rules.
Well, seems unsporting to me. You know? It's a free open information game, so you can't have interactions like that. I choose not to use such powerful units where my opponent doesn't even know what they do. For the better of the game, you know.
Do you ever use units where you don't know what they do?
Often, but that's not unsporting. That's just me being me.
It's Nick being Nick. Nothing better. Banshee Masks seem pretty good. Which of us is going to deep dive into the new Eldar Codex? You know, I'm willing to bet that quite a few of us are going to take some passing interest Eldar, but I think it appears that Jack and Nick are both poised and ready to do some things with this new Codex as soon as we get it.
See, Jack and I are going to hit the ground running with this new Eldar book. And we approach codices very differently. So you'll get some wildly different builds out of us, I'm sure. But at the same time, Jack's got no grit with it. Next month, he's going to be a Chaos player. You know why? Because Chaos is going to come out or something.
Yep.
So, enjoy it while it lasts, folks. We got Jack for a month on Eldar. But don't worry, I will be your guy. But we also have some other exciting stuff going on, too. Like Anthony Vanilla, who's been playing Drukhari all season. Very excited for his take on Eldar. And you know why I'm so excited? Because now he's an Art of War coach. That's right. Anthony has been doing well all season, and he has been moving on up in the world. We've now brought him on the team. He's been doing some clinics, doing some coaching. You can check him out on our website. You can even get him as your own personal coach right now. So here's some hype for some Anthony. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. John, are you excited?
I'm very excited. You know, Anthony's going to be my WTC teammate. It just feels right that he's also my Art of War teammate.
Good.
Good. And you know what? New season, new blood. It's going to be good to get some fresh perspectives on a lot of armies, Eldar included.
Do we have to use the term blood here? It feels like...
I think so.
We're going to attract the sharks, the space sharks.
I really like space sharks.
So you want to attract the space sharks.
It's true. Yeah. Much like space snakes.
I don't want to attract space snakes.
But there's already blood.
Yeah, this is why I brought up the problem with using that phrase.
Yeah, but like, you know, once spoken, you can't unsay it.
Especially on the internet.
Exactly. The bell cannot be unrung.
Bella?
Bella beans?
So, alright. If that's the case, and space snakes and space sharks are on their way right now,
I'm gonna hang around.
I need to leave.
Okay.
Alright. See you guys.
Alright, goodbye, Nick. I will continue to hang out in Hobby. Keep building these Eldar Rangers. They're so spicy.
You
But
don't
Nick
even like spicy food.
I like toothpaste.
It's not food.
You don't eat toothpaste?
You do eat toothpaste?
Nick doesn't eat toothpaste?
John does eat toothpaste?
Okay, I think we all know who the weird one is here.
Definitely we do.
Is it the one who thinks that toothpaste is too spicy?
See, I don't. I actively do not think toothpaste is too spicy. Just for anyone on the internet who wants some clarification on my opinions about the spiciness of toothpaste, I don't think toothpaste is too hot to handle.
So you've never said that it's too spicy?
I say all kinds of things. That is not it's in question here.
Oh, okay. So I apologize. Then let me rephrase the question. Have you ever said that toothpaste is spicy?
I have uttered those words in that order, yes.
Okay.
We'll leave it there.
Indeed we will.
When are you doing a new series with Chapter Proof 2022?
RAS. You have little faith. Nick.
We already are RAS. I'm right now in the war, man, for YouTube members only. We're going through mission by mission by mission in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 11 through 33. All the new missions, breaking down the secondaries, how you should approach it if you're playing a very sturdy, durable army like Custodes, relatively slow-moving but stocky. How you should approach it as a fast army, Harlequins, Drukhari, made of paper. What do? When should these new mission primaries? There are all these actions you have to do. Things are different. You score primaries in different increments now. Counting. Every aspect of the missions is more challenging, actually. It's actually quite fun. So get in the war room, become a YouTube member, go check out the knowledge. I just did yesterday. I did mission number 12. That was the tear down their icons. Wow, that's how good I am. That's the mission where you plant explosives, diffuse explosives. It's a wild one. I played it twice now. But very, very close games, very interactive, very back and forth. And the mission primary has impacted that mission quite a lot. Also, there's no more mission secondaries. What do you even take? What are your secondaries? Find out all and more from yours truly in the war room in our Chapter Proof 2022 series.
I want some more knowledge bombs from Nick. So here's a question for you from Jason Smeal. Jason Smeal lives in Arkansas. Where is that tournament?
I'm flying into Little Rock.
What's the name of the tournament?
The something Shiloh. Meet at Shiloh. Something Shiloh.
Do you have your phone on you?
I do.
All right, we're gonna check BCP and try to get you an answer because I bet it also has the location in it.
You don't know.
I usually does, but we'll find out.
It could. Yeah. It's upcoming. It's one of my upcoming events. What a great app, BCP. Melee at Shiloh.
Melee at Shiloh.
And it is It starts on February 19th at 8 a.m. It is in... No, that's where we are. Oh, it's in Fayetteville, Arkansas. If I were to drive, I'm not. It would be 13 hours away.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad. Just not happening either.
Mm-hmm.
Lists are due February 12th, which is why I had to submit a list already.
Lists are due February 12th?
That is what it says. I wonder if they changed that, because that list were definitely due last weekend.
Who told you they were due last week?
Blake.
I mean...
Everyone's got their list submitted already, so...
Alright, so they submitted early. That's very nice of them.
I doubt the entire tournament agreed to submit early on the same time. I would guess the date has been maybe misput over here, and then maybe there was
You should ask if you can change your list to take out the Wormtooth rounds, since they're just not what
I
you
would.
want.
I really would.
I don't think you would. Wormtooth rounds too strong. They're just too strong. This Pathfinder has binoculars. This Ranger.
Binocular Rangers.
Vision enhancers.
You're doing some good work on these Rangers right now.
Yeah, we're getting them in there. Just trimmed them all out, and now we're building them all. Nice and easy. Easy peasy does it.
Build them up so you can tear them down.
Ooh, here's a question, actually. Can you, where are those data sheets, Nick? I want to find out if Rangers are still troops. Could you let me know?
What do you think, John?
I think they're still troops. Are they troops?
They're troops.
Yes!
They are still a troops choice.
Excellent.
Which means the dream of 180 Rangers in a match play game is still alive. The dream.
The dream.
You cast Doom, and then you reroll the wounds, you get more mortals. You know, I used to do that. I messed around with taking a 10-man Ranger unit, guide Doom, and just let it rip.
Get those mortal wounds out there?
Back in the day, that used to be like an impressive amount of firepower.
Back in the day.
Back in
Like, this was the scary thing?
10 Guide Doom Rangers back in the day was like shooting Talon Masters and stuff like that. Would just pick up a Talon Master. It was quite good. But Soulburst double shoot that thing? Oh, man.
Spooky scary.
Now it wouldn't do anything because bodyguards rule.
Bodyguards do rule.
Bodyguards do exist.
They rule.
They do rule over guns. Another reason why guns suck. Screw you, Tau.
Screw you, Tau. Nick, I think you should take the Tau to a GT.
I do believe that you feel that way.
Let's how about you just double check and ask them if they can change that list.
We were in the same boat we were in last week, actually. Siegs isn't here.
Oh, we
I still don't have permission to use the Tau army. And nothing's actually changed. Like, not one bit. Really bad look that I'm switching to the new hot book after submitting an army.
Kind of like you already switched to like this hot book. Genestealer Cult is new. It's hot.
I mean, but it's not the newest or hottest.
I think it's hottest.
So it's like the Ball Predator?
Not at all. Because it can auto-explode like an Immolator.
Ball Predator can auto-explode if you're really good at sixes.
Goliaths can auto-explode all the time. With the demo charges, even if there's no one inside.
That's just not true.
No?
No.
No, I think it is.
You know what's a strange rule, fam, Art of War network over here? Do you know what's strange that I don't really understand at all? Why the Goliath truck needs somebody inside to fire the cache of demo charges.
So,
Go ahead.
what do you think a cache of demo charges is?
Neither here nor there. And that's because the way 40k works is that there's never been the requirement that a unit needs to be inside to fire the weapons.
That requirement is over 4 years old.
Okay, it's still the only version of that in the game. I'm just saying it's inconsistent.
Other than Chimeras?
Chimeras need guys inside to fire the lasguns?
Yep.
Okay. So, the massive inconsistencies which apparently exist for Imperial Guard Chimeras and Genestealer Cult cache of demo charges is that a unit needs to be embarked to fire the weapons, which makes perfect sense if you think about it from a gameplay to real life standpoint. Like, you gotta have guys inside the tank to shoot the guns in the tank. You gotta have somebody in the car to use your car. But, you know, None of the other vehicles in the world work like that. Or trucks just driving around empty, shooting big shooters and boo-haas and slamming you with their wrecker balls. What is going on here? And also, it's the 41st millennium. How do they not have self-driving and firing vehicles? We already have drones. We already have self-driving cars. We don't even have to be in the car for the car to move anymore. So, like, you think another 38,000 years isn't going to develop that technology? We're going to regress over there? I don't think so.
Are you saying that the dream of progress is dead and there's only war?
I'm just saying.
That's what I'm hearing.
If we can go interplanetary galactic travel and travel the warp, I'm pretty sure we can manage a self-driving car.
I think it's too much to ask.
I disagree.
I think abominable intelligence is exactly that. Abominable.
This is one of those times where the 40k rules and the fluff, they don't really intertwine. Much like Lord of the Rings.
Truck
always.
stick bombs too. Another example.
See, orcs, great example of inconsistencies. That. Great. Glad we're all in agreement.
You know what this ranger has? 2 pistols.
Why?
He's got 2 hands.
Okay. One time, John, I had a Blood Angel army. Did you know that?
I did actually.
Okay. In that Blood Angel army, this is back in my younger days, I got real creative with the modeling. I was like, you know what? Everyone has their jump pack guys jumping through the air with chainswords and bolt pistols. So I made some of my guys crawling, like army crawling on the ground with their jump packs. And it looked terrible, but I did it.
I believe it. Did you enjoy it?
I did.
I think I think that's all that matters.
This is all that matters. This is why I'm sharing it with you, because you can't take this away from me. It's already
I wouldn't try. I like cool conversions. Yo, welcome, Hostway, a member for 7 months.
Appreciate you. 7 months of magic.
Fantastic. I'm excited this week. My Warwalkers are arriving on Friday, and my Army Craft World Altansar is getting index rules in White Dwarf. You know, those Altansar rules have actually started to leak around the internet. They can already be found.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like a White Dwarf craft rule.
Oh, Altansar. That's one of the fancy ones.
It is one of the fancy ones. Do you know what happened to Altansar?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh.
I did at one point know this. Hold on. They got into a battle with Slaanesh, and their craft roll got pretty much eaten, and then they entered the warp, and that was their escape mechanism to survive, and now they've been trying to repopulate the craft world by traveling the Xenos, and... Am I off base here?
Honestly, you're actually really impressively close.
I did know this at one point.
You are impressively, good enough that I'm willing to just give it a thumbs up.
Right? Like, I knew what I was saying.
No, I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Was not expecting it.
Should have put up some on that one. Appreciate you, Metal Singer 418, becoming a member. Hell yeah. Welcome to our awesome community over here. See? Can we talk about how I got a fluff one like that?
I was extremely impressed. Bottom of my heart. I wasn't expecting it, but you shone.
What do they say, John? A broken clock is right once a day.
I think twice.
It wouldn't be broken if it was twice.
No, don't really want to test that theory, do we?
You know how I know? So the clock in my car is broken. I had to reset the whole system, and I don't know how to actually do that, so it's just broken right now.
Here's a question. Is it broken or is it off by 1 hour?
It's off by like 38 minutes, and then every time I check, it's off by a different amount of time.
Oh geez.
Yeah, it's not working. So in all of the times that I've been in my car in recent history, since my clock has been all messed up, it hasn't been right once. Now, I'm not in there for 24 hours a day to check how many times it is correct. That seems like an incredible waste of time. But I could theoretically figure out how many times my broken clock is right during the day. And I bet it wouldn't be 2. I really...
I would bet it's 0. I'm willing to bet that your clock doesn't keep track of time when the car is off. And that's why the time keeps changing.
It used to?
Definitely used to.
So, why did it stop?
Well, I don't know if your car is holding up too well.
Are you trying to say some words about my car, John?
I wasn't implying that your car is messed up, but I was directly stating that your car is messed up. It's time, Nick.
It's not time. It's not time. I just replaced the engine.
I thought you replaced the battery.
Yeah, batteries, engines. Do I know cars? No. This is why I have a broken clock. I know Genestealer cults. not cars. If you want the cars, I'm sure there's other YouTube channels, you know? Zeeks.
Indeed.
But don't go to those other YouTube channels because we got the good stuff right here.
Everything you need.
Everything you need. And nothing that you don't need.
No, absolutely not that.
So don't be thinking of
Welcome, Metal Singer. You know what? I'm putting a couple hoods on these Rangers. And you know what? They're kind of cool models. I actually really like this Ranger kit.
Good.
I think it's genuinely good looking.
Good. Great.
Let's get one more hood in here. I think we can afford to have a couple more hoods.
I like hoods.
Yeah. I think they're great looking.
I think hoods are a great aesthetic for the Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
John and I fundamentally disagree on helmets. I actually think no helmets are cool. But only for like sergeants and cool people like that. Which I understand. Why would your sergeant just take his helmet off? But like, you gotta tell them apart somehow.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I like painting my helmets different colors.
Yeah, that's a very like Space Marine way to solve
It
this.
is. But I mostly do that for my Space Marines.
Yeah. Well, this is Genestealer cult.
That's true. No one's wearing a helmet.
No one's wearing a helmet. This guy even might be wearing a helmet, but I painted it like flesh.
No, he's bald.
Oh, good. See, I knew it. I knew it.
All right, we've got 5 Rangers built. Just gonna grab their bases, and then the Rangers are done.
Rangers done. The wash technique is really a lifesaver.
Washes are wonderful. I just like having washes. Null oil, it's like my best friend.
Your best friend?
Yeah. My best friend is null oil.
John, we need to have a discussion about that.
Well, you know what? Null oil saves me time. And Nick gives me work. That doesn't save me time.
I'm not saying that I need to be your best friend. I'm saying Null Oil is my best friend. And by
You
Null
know
Oil,
what?
I mean Strong Tone, because that's the Army Painter version.
Oh, you know what? Strong tone makes a compelling argument.
Yeah, doesn't it?
You know what? Maybe some quick shades, some quick paints. There's a whole world of opportunity out there.
Didn't they just come up with a line of new, quick, easy-to-use paints?
They did.
Aren't those really good?
Speed paints? I haven't used them yet, but I would actually like to. So perhaps, since I'm building some models right now, I can't paint while I'm building. But
It could be something to strive for the future.
well, no, I was thinking that now that I'm like done building these Rangers, we're gonna have to paint these Rangers soon.
Right. Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Like, because we can't just not paint them.
We could add them to the pile.
Good.
The pile's
Or
pretty big.
the piles is a little too big.
It's getting smaller. The Harlequins aren't in the pile anymore.
That's true. It's definitely like we're making progress.
These 2 bikes aren't in the pile after I'm done.
You're doing great work out here.
Thanks.
But
I'm hanging out.
I want to get the Rangers out of the pile. I want to paint them. Matto says, John, I wanted to get mad at you for not taking more of involved today, but then I saw the 30 novitiates unleash them on Nick.
What is a novitiate?
It's the new Sisters battle kit.
What do they do?
It's like a sister who doesn't have power armor or a bolt gun, so they have a 4-up armor save instead.
Okay.
But they get +1 attack on the charge, and they make an additional attack at +1 strength.
So.
And then they're Bloody Rose.
Right, so they have their base stat line, a Bloody Rose attack, and then an additional attack on the charge, and then an additional attack at +1 strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a sister with a chainsword.
So
Who's +1 attack on the charge and is Bloody Rose.
And then there's another bonus attack or no?
It's 4 attacks on the charge.
4 attacks.
If I pass my priest chant, it's 5 attacks.
Okay, so my Genestealer cult aren't gonna like that. But you know what? We kill them when we hit them. They kill us when they hit us. So that's gonna be kind of
might
a chess
be
battle.
faster than me.
You can't be faster than the speed of light.
Are you saying sisters are the speed of light? No. They're the speed of faith.
They're as fast as they believe. Yes, I do concur. Yeah. I don't think they have unrealistic expectations for how fast they are. They're not trying to compete with the speed of light.
No. Because they have faith. They don't need to.
Right. They have faith that they are not as fast as the speed of light.
They have faith that they're as fast as they need to be.
Like Mark. Mark's got a lot of faith. He's a man who believes he can kill boars with his bare hands, but I don't think he tries to race light.
Oh, Mark has killed a boar with his bare hands.
2,000 pounds.
2,000 more. Oh, is Nick leaving me?
I'm getting Strong Tone. One of those
Strong Tone? Alright. They also get shredded by pure strains. Adaptive subroutines, I don't like your tone.
I like his tone.
I don't like your tone.
It's almost as good as Strong Tone.
I don't like it.
Where is Strong Tone?
I don't know.
Have I used it so much that it's gone?
I hope not.
I hope not too. Ah, a fresh vial. A fresh bottle of strong tone. That's what you like to see.
That's what you need.
Did you know the puppy treats are in my pocket, John?
I would genuinely have believed that.
They were.
Are they still?
No.
Oh, okay. I was curious. All right, Rangers ranging around. What do you think of these new Rangers, Nick?
I think they're really cool. They're cool looking models. They have a frisbee. They have a statue that they bring along with them. That doesn't seem very convenient for sneaking.
Oh, the statue is it's a banner.
Nonetheless, it's not very convenient for sneaking. I wouldn't give a banner to my guys that I want hiding in a forest and sneaking up on people.
It's a shrine.
I wouldn't bring a shrine to a sneaky job. Like, shrines are supposed to be celebrated and memorialized, monumentalized,
But it's
not
like a nature
hidden
shrine.
in a forest.
It's a nature shrine.
Yeah, why? It literally doesn't make sense to
So
me.
here's a question. Do you know
The Muffin Man?
which like Eldar god the Rangers are in tune with? Because you know how like there's like Khaine, there's Azarian, there's Yanid, there's a couple of them.
Right.
There's a couple of them. Do you know which who the Eldar god of the hunt is?
The Avatar?
It's the Avatar of Khaine.
So the Eldar God of the Hunt.
I'm pretty sure it's dead because Slanesh ate like 12 gods when he woke up. He was a hungry boy.
Like Bella, when she wakes up, you try him on a timer.
Yeah.
I would say these Rangers worship the god. I really have no clue. I'm trying to think of a clever nonsense word to throw in here, but I can't even think of that.
So I'm not sure on the answer, but I believe it's Kurnov. I think it's Kurnov.
Well, my first thought was Karnak, which is a flesh hound.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's
Karnak?
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually looking this up. Yep. Yeah, so the three of them that are alive are Segarak, Kegarak, Isha, and Khaine. Isha's kind of like messed up right now. We're gonna.
What's wrong with her?
She was captured by whatever his name is. She was captured by Nurgle, so she lives in Nurgle's garden. In
She's
Nurgle's
captured
garden.
by Nurgle. That's gotta be the crappiest.
She lives in Nurgle's garden.
If you were captured by a god of chaos, Khorne, Tzeentch, Slaanesh, and Nurgle, which do you think would be the worst?
Slanesh.
Oh, I thought that'd be the best one. We're into different stuff.
I mean, Slanesh is my favorite god, but like it's spooky. Like Khorne, I'm just gonna get killed. I would at that point I think Khorne is the best one.
I think Tzeentch is the best one. Who knows what'll happen?
I'm gonna like have like eyeballs instead of armpits.
You're like alive.
I don't know. See, maybe I'd rather be dead than have eyeballs in my armpits.
Maybe, but maybe you would end up with like 6 tails, and then you just you with 6 tails.
Yeah.
Tzeentch is like rolling the Warp Storm. When I can get behind the Warp Storm. I feel like Slaanesh would be like.
I feel like the thing is that
It's
like
about pleasure.
with
I like
Slanesh,
pleasure.
you see like the Noise Marine who's like all decked up with like the thigh-high leather boots, the spikes, having a good time, and then you see like the little human like who's really not having a good time right next to them. I feel like I wouldn't be the one having fun in this scenario.
That's because
I'm not getting too graphic here, but
you gotta have a vision for yourself, John.
I do.
If you envision yourself,
I
as the
envision
little
myself
human,
by the Emperor's side.
as the little human, you will become the little human. You envision yourself as a keeper of secrets. You will become a keeper of secrets.
All right, Nick, I would love to see that.
I am a keeper of secrets.
Well, you're
a lot
actually
of stuff going on.
You're
in here.
actually about to play against Jack with Chaos Demons, right? Because he's going to play the Army of Renown for Space Marines India.
We do talk about that.
Well, it was the subscriber request match.
Well, then we're gonna do that.
So it's going to happen.
Yeah. That has nothing to do with this.
But you said that you're a keeper of secrets.
I am.
So like this would be the time.
It could be. It very well could be. But before I keep those secrets, I think Nurgle would be the worst one. Because Nurgle, you're not just gonna like it's disgusting. And you're gonna get sick. And then your intestines are gonna fall. And that's gonna be really
gonna
painful.
be gross, yeah. I'm with you. I don't want it to be Nurgle either.
Nurgle to me is by far in a way the obvious please no.
I think it's Khorne.
You said Khorne was the best one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Khorne would be my choice. It's weird. They put a They put an oval bike base in this box
There's
set.
so much certainty to corn. You know you're
Oh
just
my
gonna
God,
die.
what?
It'll be bloody and you'll be dead.
The Warpsmith is on a bike base? Why is he on a bike base?
Guy gets around.
What?
Guy gets around.
Okay.
Oh.
Warpsmith on a bike base.
Nurgle followers do always seem to be happy. Mark is a happy chap.
Mark is a happy chap. But Mark is Chaos Undivided.
You know Mark's real last name isn't Perry, it's Chapman.
I didn't know that.
And he's a happy chap.
Man.
I
think he prefers Perry, though.
He does prefer Perry. The Pear Bear.
The Pear Bear stare.
Pear Bear stare.
Ooh. Got some nice, spicy... Ooh, this is cool. So this is weird. Can Thousand Suns take Chosen?
No.
So there's Thousand Suns transfers
On the Chosen?
on the Chosen.
That is weird.
I'm guessing they just made one transfer sheet that's going to be for like a lot of new kits.
Yeah, probably. That's something I never think about.
So they've got the Black Legion, they've got Alpha Legion, they've got Iron Warriors, Thousand Suns, Word Bearers, and Night Lords. That's weird. There's no World Eaters, no Emperor's Children, no Death Guard.
But there is Thousand Suns?
But there is Thousand Suns.
I wonder why.
I do not have an answer. What I do have is 5 built Rangers.
More
These
questions.
are cool looking models. The camera's dominating Nick, and that doesn't seem fair.
Wow.
I'm saying like the overhead, like this thing.
I think
This is where do I
you got to
get
show
it?
off the paint palette. That thing is front and center.
Yeah. So let's get these Rangers out here.
All right, John. We finished our 2 bikes today. We set ourselves
Heck
a goal
yeah.
and we hit
Proof
it.
that I built 5 Rangers.
Proof that I finished 2 bikes.
Excellent. Well done. I'm very proud.
Genestealer cult.
Genestealer cults.
Cult of the Genes.
Yo.
Cult of the
Have they leaked if you can take Yannari Heroes and Drukhari again? Mad O, to my knowledge, they have not indicated whether or not you can. I do not know. Hopefully we will soon.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows my pain.
But we do know that Jared Kleppa just became an Art of War member. Thanks so much, Jared.
Welcome, welcome.
You are going to have a great time. Enjoy your time in our awesome community. Because it's pretty cool. We have a lot of videos and a lot of ways to help you get better at 40K.
Are you going to have a good time in the Worm tonight?
I am.
You want to tell people about it?
So, I'm going to be playing against John's Bloody Rose Sisters. He's trying out that brand new supplement. He tried it on YouTube last week. Undefeated with them. Sisters Boy King himself beat the Tau down. But now he's going to have to...
Someone had to stop the Tau.
Now he's going to have to face the real OG champion. Master of the cults, playing the Genestealers himself. I'll be running the new Genestealer cult army. Not as new, but it's new. And...
Super new.
I'll be playing it. It's my second game with Genestealer Cult. I'm super excited. John knows the rules to the codex, so that'll be good for when I
Indeed,
mess
I
things
do.
up. And you know what? We're gonna be playing that in the War Room, where you can learn all about how top level players make their decisions. We're gonna talk about not just the game that's happening, not just playing a game for you. We're gonna be coaching all the stuff we're doing. So going through our thought processes, our strategies, our tactics, why we're doing, what we're considering doing, and why we're gonna opt not to do it. We're gonna try to give you the full inside big brain picture of what's going on in this matchup, exactly how it works, and all that. So you get access to that. Another coaching game. We do 2 of those per week in the War Room now. And who knows how much other content. We got class strategy sessions going through the mission series, clinics going through all different factions, Know Thy Enemy, where we break down how to beat other factions, back to basics for you newer players, all kinds of good stuff in the War Room. Go on and check it out. Good stuff. You can also become a War Room member now on YouTube. We have the War Room Podcast Combo available here as a tier in the memberships. All right, that's enough spieling for today.
But it's a pretty good spiel.
That's a pretty good spiel.
So I think we should send people off with a promo for the Worm.
I think so. I think so. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll catch you next time.
Dive even deeper into competitive 40K and become a member of the world's most knowledgeable and positive community.
The War Room is an exclusive group that brings together the world's best 40K players as coaches to help anyone from a newer player to an experienced tournament veteran learn, grow, and reach their goals within our shared hobby.
Each week we offer a variety of live stream coaching matches centered around illuminating the thought process and in-game decision making of top players. We explain everything we're doing and why.
You'll learn about the ever-evolving meta, match play mission theory, list making, and discussion of every faction in the game, and have access to analysis of all the latest rules. Our team of highly experienced coaches teach weekly clinics on each individual faction, strategy sessions on deployment and cool tricks, and meta-analyses each week during Meta Monday.
We are committed to not only providing the best knowledge for players available, but also building a one-of-a-kind community.
Come be a part of the War Room.